is a blessed and beautiful day. Thank you, Lord, that today we are alive and well. This is Ocampo. Welcome to Pathways of Hope. As a young child, I consider myself to be obedient. I'm not the rebellious type. I have no problem following the rules. As I grew up as a student and eventually as an employee, I found that this attitude has helped me succeed. And now that I have been following the Lord in the last 27 years, I realize that obedience is the true test of our love for God. And we have a perfect example. We have a role model of obedience. And that is Jesus himself. Jesus is a man of obedience. And we will see that as we reflect today on the Gospel from Matthew chapter 5, verses 17 to 19. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen, will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. Therefore, anyone who sets aside one of the least of these commands and teaches others accordingly will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever practices and teaches these commands will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. This reading tells us that Jesus did not reject the Old Testament of the Jews, but brought it back to its basics, loving God and loving our neighbor. And that the fulfillment of the law and all the Old Testament promises is Jesus himself. Then he exhorts us to follow, to practice, and to teach God's commands and laws to others. Observing external laws is not enough. Jesus requires true obedience from us. He wants us to go far beyond words. Love over law. We follow God's law because it is our expression of our love for Him. And we know that following God's commands is actually beneficial to us. Let me share with you 3 reasons why following His law benefits us. The first reason is that following His law gives light to our eyes. God's law are like car headlights. They shine in the road in front of us and help us know which way to turn the steering wheel. They help us see the dangers in the road ahead. The second reason why we need to follow God's law is that it allows us to abide in joy. His commands give joy to our hearts. We sometimes forget about why God gave us rules. God did not give us rules to suck the joy out of us. Instead, He created it so that we will experience joy as we follow His plan for us. He designed His laws to be beautiful because it is based on His love for us. The third reason that I could think of why following His laws is beneficial to us is that His commands make us wise. It gives us wisdom. God's law help us to know the correct way to go. And God made rules because it will point us to His best will for us. I remember this saying, the signposts of God are clear and point out the right road. Now let us summarize the benefits of following God's commands. First, it gives light to the eyes. Second, it allows us to abide in joy. And third, it makes us wise, or it gives us wisdom. Let us be obedient like Jesus. And as we obey, let us obey in the spirit of love. If you have been blessed by this reflection today, please be a hope giver by clicking the share button now. Thank you and God bless you.